Hi, I'm Sarah, and I had the surgery to fix the hole in my chest, otherwise known as Pectus Excavatum, and I haven't talked about it in almost 3 years. So I'm here to tell you that I am almost near the end of my Pectus journey here after having the Nuss procedure, which means I got metal bars placed inside my chest to fix the hole and pop up my sternum. And this week I'm finally getting surgery to remove the bars that have been in there for 3 years. So this is a big moment for me, and I wanted to share with you all how it's been and how it's going, and hopefully that all is well at the end of this journey. So it's been crazy, to be honest. You can look at my other videos. I have 3 other videos talking about it, 2 before the surgery actually happened, and then the third one was about 10 weeks after the surgery, and then there's nothing else in between because there's not a lot to say. It was recovery for 3 straight years. It's been definitely a battle. It's been probably more lows than highs recovery-wise, but I'm here, I'm fine. And if you don't recognize me from the other videos, it's because I dyed my hair pink last week. So I just wanted to tell you what I'm feeling going into the surgery, and I'll post another video after they're out. I can't wait to show you what's been inside my chest for the past 3 years. So if you don't know what Pectus Excavatum is, it's basically a condition where your chest bone caves in, your sternum, and it can cause problems with your heart and your lungs. And for me, what was happening was my heart was pressed up against one side of my lungs, so I wasn't exhaling properly. And who knows what other problems it was causing that maybe I just didn't even realize. But as somebody who is a singer and a teacher and a performer, I really wanted to perform at my best. So that's why I went and had all the tests done and sought out doctors for surgery, because I didn't know what it was my whole life until I was like 24 and started doing my own research and found out that it was actually a lot worse, that I had it on the severe side. So if you are someone with Pectus, my Holler index was a 6. A normal person's is a 1 or a 2. So I was considered severe, which means insurance would cover it. I can go into a lot of details about insurance and how much it cost in another video. You can see a couple of my other videos, but I'm still paying for it, of course, this year. It'll be another out of pocket for me, besides what is covered by the insurance. So feel free to ask me questions about that. But yeah, my surgery is this Thursday to get the bars out finally. I had 2 titanium or steel bars put inside me because of my age and because of the severity. The doctor thought it was important that I had 2 put in, because otherwise it probably wouldn't have worked as well. So they're just sitting right across my chest here, and what they do for the surgery to get them out, it's actually much less painful, apparently, than the surgery to get them in. All they do is go back through the original incisions they made on either side, slide those babies out, glue me back up, and it's an outpatient surgery. So if you're wondering what it's like to get them out, they say you'll be home that day. You'll have a few days of doing nothing, like no cooking, no cleaning. You should probably have somebody taking care of you. But then after a couple days, you just have restrictions for a few weeks. When I first went through the first part of the surgery, they told me that the bar removal would be about 3 to 6 weeks of recovery or restrictions, I guess. So that is what I'm thinking. But just the other day when I was on the phone with the nurse, she was like, oh, you'll just have restrictions for a couple weeks and then be good to go. So I'm not really sure what to expect. I feel like every time the doctor tells me something slightly different happens. So I'm not super trusting what they're saying. And just knowing me, I have a feeling that I might take a little bit longer. Maybe I'll take a little bit less, I don't know, but it's definitely different for everybody. But this time around, it should be way easier. I'm hoping and praying that is much, much easier and no complications. Something else that's unique about my pectus journey and my pectus surgery was when I got my bars put in. I had the 2 bars, of course, and then also I'm just a small person. I'm very petite, and my chest cavity was just so small that in order to bring it up, they actually had to use like forceps and like pull my sternum up to create that space, because there just wasn't enough room to work in there. So I also have scars in addition to the size. I have 2 little scars right here from them pulling it up. I also have a scar from my chest tube, which is required during intense surgeries like that, just in case there's, blood or anything else that comes out. So I have a few scars. They're minimal, but those are the ones that I have. Something else that's different about my pectus is sometimes the caved in chest can cause your ribs to be flared or caved in or asymmetrical. So I had asymmetrical rib flare. So my left rib has always been flared out. It sticks out a lot more than the right. Of course, in pictures, if you see me, you probably wouldn't notice it right off the bat, but like if I pointed it out to you, you would see it. And I wanted to get that fixed. I asked if that was a possibility during the first surgery to get the bars in, and the doctor decided not to do it because he said it would cause too much scarring, too much pain. So I didn't have that fixed during the surgery to put the bars in. But now that they're coming out, I asked again if that was possible, because it has caused me a lot of pain too over the years. And he said he would reevaluate and let me know. So I'll find out on Wednesday, I think, if he's willing to, or thinks it's safe or functional to do so. For those of you that don't know about pectus, this is not a cosmetic surgery. They don't do this for cosmetic reasons. This is a functional surgery that they try to make, look as good as they can, but it's more focused on the function. So people usually can't get this surgery if it's for cosmetic reasons. There has to be the tests to show that it's severe, that it's affecting your heart and your lungs, and that it's bad enough to be worked on. So just keep that in mind. So I have this asymmetrical rib flare, and it might be fixed. But also what makes my asymmetrical rib flare like even worse to me is that when I had the surgery, the pressure, just the intensity of the surgery caused my right side to cave in. So I've got like this caved in on this side is flared, so it's just real asymmetrical, and I'm not a huge fan. That was the only thing that I was disappointed after my surgery. Everything else looked great. Incisions were so small. Everything went really smoothly, but that was the biggest thing. Like, we did not anticipate the rib cartilage caving in from the pressure of the bars. I mean, think about it. Everything's just being pushed, and everything is just squeezed in there, and it just collapsed. So that I don't think is going to be fixed. It's not really noticeable unless, I'm kind of moving a certain way. If you put your fingers there, you can feel the difference. Like, I can kind of stick my fingers almost underneath my breast in a way because of that caved in rib cartilage. Whereas on the other side, I can't do that. So there is a difference there for sure. So at least if this side can be fixed, maybe it'll look a little normal, but I'm not super concerned about it. It's not a huge deal, but of course, me being human, people are self-conscious about those things, and if it gets fixed, great. If not, I will survive. So that's just something unique about my journey through pectus. Hopefully it will get better after the bars come out, and maybe I won't have that asymmetry anymore. So anyway, Thursday is the official day. Wednesday, I have all my pre-op appointments. You gotta get your blood done, you gotta see the doctor again, you need to have the a heart scan, a EKG, all the things. So yeah, I just have a busy week of doctor's appointments before the surgery. But I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous just because it's weird, I've been anticipating this surgery for 3 years. Like, I can't tell you how long I've been waiting and wanting to get the bars out because they've caused me so much pain. And it's not the kind of pain that you're thinking like just agony every day. It's like that just little persistent pain that's just never ends. And it just kind of like slowly eats away at you. So that's just how it felt for me. Maybe I'm being dramatic, but it was really tough. Like it hurt my mentality more than it did physically. It just weighed on me for so long. So I've been anticipating this for a really long time, and you can't actually see or set up an appointment to have the bars removed until you've hit the 3-year mark. So, I've been waiting to set up this appointment with my doctor. It took an extra month just to get an appointment. It almost took more, just because hospitals are so busy. And I got mine done at the Mayo Clinic, which was a great idea. I would not trust anyone else to do this kind of surgery, but they're so busy, it's really hard to get an appointment. So I finally had my appointment last week, and usually it takes them many months after that to schedule surgeries and things like that. So I thought, at best I'll have this surgery in late summer, early fall, but like I have to get it done before the end of this year because I specifically am paying for an insurance that's more expensive so that I can use this hospital, that I can get the right out-of-pocket max, so I'm not paying a ridiculous amount. Like I said, I can go into the details of the finances because it does make a huge difference on what insurance you have and where you do it and all of these factors. So I thought it would be done later. I was worried that maybe it didn't get done because some people can get their bars taken out in 3 to 4 years. So I was just worrying about all of these things for so long. And then they said, hey, we can do it next week. And I was like, what? So I just took it. I was like, this is the only other time. Like all the other times they suggested were either during like travel or something else I had going on that I had already scheduled. So I just decided that this was it. We're gonna do it right now. So I kind of wasn't mentally prepared to do it so soon, but luckily my parents happen to be in town and it'll work out, and I have people to take care of me, and it should be fine. I only took off 1 day of work. So I have Thursday, Friday, I took off Saturday, Sunday, and then I'm back to work on Monday. So let's pray that 4 days is enough. And then we'll go from there. So I'm excited, I'm nervous. The first time I went in for surgery, and I had only ever had wisdom teeth surgery before that, so that was the second time I'd ever been under. And I remember right before I went in for my surgery to have the bars put in, I was so calm, I was so confident, I was so excited. The moments before, going under and hitting the operating table, I almost had a panic attack. There were so many doctors just running in and out and asking my name and my birthday over and over and over. And the second they all left, for 2 seconds I had a break between that and the final, my doctor actually coming in and taking me away. I almost just fell apart. I don't know what happened. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. I think I've experienced it, and now I know what to expect at a hospital when going in for surgery. So I just keep telling myself it'll be easy, and I don't know about fun, but exciting, because I cannot wait to just hold those bars in my hand and say that they held me up for 3 years and now I'm better than ever. So that was my goal with this whole surgery. It's not really the looks. I mean, that's a benefit. I did have a really caved in chest. I mean, it looked terrible from the side. So I can show pictures of that later, but it's been quite the journey, and I definitely want to do another video talking more about like this kind of the highlights of that and the big moments in that journey. I had a lot of life changes, how I tackled those, and tackling not being able to be physically active for a while. But I am really excited to see if this changes how I was from before I had the bars. So before they said that my lung function was like functioning 60% of what it was supposed to be. My heart was all pushed up against my lungs, all this stuff. So hopefully it makes working out, all of the physical activity, singing, lung capacity better. Of course, it's not just going to be automatic. A lot of people have asked me, do you feel better right away? And it's like, no, I actually felt really terrible before I felt better. So I think the same thing will be here. Like, you have to work for that. You want the cardiovascular health, you want the lung function. It's not just going to appear because you have space in your chest. The space in your chest allows you to strengthen them and grow them. So now that I have the space, and once the bars come out, I won't feel so restricted, because it really does just feel like there's something constantly wrapped around my chest, like almost like a constant soreness. And like I can't expand like a normal person would. So I just can't wait for that new feeling. I don't even remember what it feels like, to be honest. I have no idea what it feels like to be normal before bars. So I'm excited, and I'm glad that if you're one of the people that has reached out to me about it, I'm so glad you found my page, and I really hope I can be helpful in any way. Please feel free to ask me as many questions as you want. It's okay if they're too personal, because I had no idea. I knew nothing about this. I feel like I went into this, knowing so little and no one to turn to or ask questions. And you can't always trust doctors. And I just wanted to have, someone share their personal experience. And I had met and known very few people with this condition. So if I can help you in any way, please let me know. And just also know that surgery is one option. It's not the only option. And there's lots of people who have overcome Pectus Excavatum without surgery. And if I could, I think I would have, but we'll see. A lot of people ask me, like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And I can't say yet, to be honest. Right now, I want to say no, because it was just so crazy for me. But I don't know yet. Until the recovery is completely over, can I say if it's worth it? So stay tuned. I will post another video in a week. Hopefully I'm feeling up to it by then, and I'll let you know in a month from now, probably, if it's really worth it. Maybe 2 months. We'll be able to really tell. But yeah, so that is my story. Check out my other videos if you want to hear kind of how I was before surgery. Maybe my attitude has changed a little bit or a lot. But I'll let you know how surgery goes, and thanks for following and keeping up. If you want to know more about it, please subscribe to my channel. Follow for more. You can follow my Instagram too. I'll be posting lots of like short videos about it. And also if you want to hear me sing, because I do that too. So thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next one.